This is the third in a short series of triad lessons. In the last video, I showed how to play triads in root position, first inversion, and second inversion all over the fretboard. And in this video, I'm going to show how to practice major and minor triads so you can really get them under your fingers and eventually use them to practice improvisation, which will be the subject of the next video. I've got a free copy of these diagrams on my website. Just click the link in the description and look for the Triads lesson PDF. I'm going to be playing everything in this lesson as a G major or G minor triad, but make sure you apply this information to all of your other triads as well. We're going to play G major triads starting on strings 4, 5, and 6, starting as low as we can on the fretboard. In this case, the lowest triad we can play is in root position. For other chords, you might be starting in first or second inversion. For example, the lowest C major triad would be in second inversion. So anyway, play this root position G major triad, then move up a few frets so the third is in the bass. Now we're playing a G major triad in first inversion. We want to make sure we play these triads always including a root and a fifth and a third in our string set. Then we move up again so that the fifth is in the bass. And now we're playing a G major triad in second inversion. And if you can reach it, go ahead and move up once again so the root is in the bass. And if you can't play that high in your guitar, don't worry. Play as high as you can, then work your way back down to second inversion, first inversion, and back to root position. And what you want to do is just play up and down that string set. That was our first string set. Our next string set is strings 3, 4, and 5. We're going to play that G major triad again as low as we can on the fretboard. In this case, that puts us in first inversion. Move it up the fretboard to second inversion, then root position. And if your guitar allows it, go up to first inversion again, back down to root position, second inversion, and first inversion. And play up and down those strings. Our next set of strings is strings 2, 3, and 4, and if you're playing G major triads, that's pretty easy because we have all open strings, and this would be a second inversion G major triad. Then you move it up to root position, first inversion, second inversion again at the 12th fret, back to first inversion, to root position, and your original second position, or second inversion. And then we're going to do strings 1, 2, 3 the same way. This time I'll start in first inversion, then move it up to second inversion, root position. Let's go back to second inversion, and back to first inversion. Now we're going to play G minor triads up and down the strings horizontally. And we always want to start as low as we can on the fretboard, and we're going to do strings 4, 5, and 6 for starters. That puts us in root position for G minor, but you might be starting in first or second inversion with another chord. For example, the lowest C minor triad would be in second inversion. So as before, you play this root position G minor triad, move it up to first inversion, second inversion, if you can reach it, that's a tricky one, back to root position, second inversion, first inversion, and root position again. Then we move to strings 3, 4, and 5. This time we're starting in first inversion, move up to second inversion, root position, first inversion again if you can reach it, back down to root position, second inversion, and first inversion. And once you get comfortable with this, you should be able to just run up and down the strings. Then we're going to play strings 2, 3, and 4, starting in root position to first inversion, to second inversion, back to first inversion, and root position. And then we move to strings 1, 2, and 3, starting in first inversion, to second inversion, root position, first inversion if you can reach it, back to root position, second inversion, and first inversion. We're going to go back to G major triads, but this time, instead of playing them horizontally up and down the fretboard, we're going to play them vertically across string sets. And as before, we're going to start as low as we can on the fretboard. So for a G major triad, that would put us in root position, but it might put us in first or second inversion for other triads. So we're going to play this from string set to string set, 3 strings each, and we want to make sure we include a root and a third and a fifth in each set. So we play this root position G major triad on strings 4, 5, and 6, then move to strings 3, 4, 5, playing third, fifth, and root, then move to strings 2, 3, and 4, playing fifth, root, and third. Now down at this end of the guitar, we're not going to be able to take this pattern up to strings 1, 2, 3 and keep a root and a third and a fifth in our triad, but we will be able to do that once we move it up the fretboard. So at this point, we just go back down to first inversion and then root position again. Now, stay on the 6th string, we move up to our first inversion G major triad on strings 4, 5, 6. Move that to strings 3, 4, 5. Again, we're always keeping a root and a third and a fifth somewhere in that triad. Then to strings 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3. Back to 2, 3, and 4. 3, 4, and 5. And 4, 5, and 6. And now that we're back on the 6th string, we take this G major triad up to second inversion on strings 4, 5, and 6. Then 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, then back to 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, and 4, 5, and 6. Now we're going to take that second inversion G major triad, move it up once again if you can reach it on your guitar, so that we're playing it in root position. That's strings 4, 5, and 6. Then strings 3, 4, 5, then strings 2, 3, 4, then 1, 2, 3, back to 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, and 4, 5, and 6. Now we're going to play G minor triads across string sets, again starting as low as we can on the fretboard. And even though I'm playing only G majors and minors in this lesson, make sure you apply this to all other triads. So we play this root position G minor triad on strings 4, 5, and 6, then 3, 4, 5, and that's as high as we can go as far as playing G minor triads, because we're going to need a B flat on the 2nd string in the next set, and we can't go that low unless we detune the guitar. So then we just go back to our root position. But we are going to be able to play all string sets once we move this up the octave. Now we move our G minor triad up to second inversion on strings 4, 5, and 6. Then strings 3, 4, 5, again, always keeping a root and a third and a fifth somewhere in our triad. And then strings 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. Back to 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, and strings 4, 5, and 6. Then we move this up to second inversion on strings 4, 5, and 6. Then strings 3, 4, 5. Strings 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Back to 2, 3, and 4. 3, 4, 5. And 4, 5, and 6. Then if you can reach it on your guitar, move it up again so that it's in root position on strings 4, 5, and 6. And now we're an octave higher than we started, so we can play through all string sets. So here's that root position G minor on 4, 5, and 6. Strings 3, 4, 5. Strings 2, 3, 4. Strings 1, 2, 3. Back to strings 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5. And 4, 5, and 6. Pick a few major and minor triads each day and practice them horizontally and vertically. If you need some help learning the fretboard, check out my fretboard videos. I also have a free PDF called Learning the Fretboard, plus the Triads lesson PDF, and I'll put links to videos and PDFs in the description. In the next lesson, I'm going to show how you can use triads to practice improvisation. And I'm posting each triad video as I finish it, so as soon as I upload the next video, I'll update the description in this video. Meanwhile, don't forget to download that free triads lesson PDF. The link is in the description. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with more guitar tips.